Welcome to Edutainment for us, another day for us. It is 22nd January of 2026. The month is coming to an end, of course, and I hope you're doing well, everything well. So let's get back to our social reaction. Of course, during the day we'll be going to political stuff. I know yesterday I let you down. Some people were awaiting the political reaction, but we never to do any video. Normally I go to the video when I have enough time, and of course 1 hour. Now yesterday I realized that I was a little bit busy. Then after finishing my other duties, I felt like I was a bit tired. So of course sometimes we need to be very fresh for us to go on, but everything is fine. All right. So thank you guys for keeping subscribing to the channel, and I really appreciate your presence as you keep commenting and reacting. And of course, I'll encourage you to keep sharing with your friends, encourage them to subscribe to the channel and like my videos all the time, so that once we grow, one day I'll be remembering those who made it with me. So of course, back to the reaction on DEE MWANGO family. Of course, currently we are not just talking about them as Nyabohanse, because their issues have expanded beyond Nyabohanse borders and they have gone beyond. Of course, that's why we like to follow and do our own. All right. Now let's start with our sister DEE MWANGO. Many people were asking about her dating details, and she kept saying she will tell us. And of course yesterday she dropped this video to tell us how she courted, or rather found, this guy. But then what I may ask to you is, do you think that everything they were sharing was actually truthful? Because the guy kept avoiding speech, and DEE MWANGO would look at him and say that yeah, that is true. He doesn't speak so much, but that is true. So I'm like, okay, if this is true, then why is she insisting all the time? Ay, yawa. Agrips, akijaribu mmaliza toki yenu. Tokea tu. Mama amekazana tu na. Ajui niko kazi. All right, guys, so let's proceed. So DEE MWANGO actually did what people want. You know, sometimes she plays psychological games. She will try to avoid so much sharing what people want, then come up with it, knowing very well that people will come and actually flow on her channel. Now you people keep telling us that being a popular or a pop star, she has just to do her stuff. Guys, understand that DEE MWANGO actually flows with the vibes. When you ask her for content, she will not give the time you want, but she will surprise you, or rather confuse you, and go write a script. The reason why she does not actually want to do what you want at that time, she must go and write a script. So she has finally written her script about how she met Piotr. And do you believe this is fully true? Of course, some information you may not want to share it fully. Why? In the first place, there are things that DEE MWANGO knows she spoke about earlier, and maybe the audience know it. So she doesn't want to actually go against them. There is no way she's going to do what she said she will not. Or if she does, then she does it so that you can come and comment. You know, reactors, she knows very well we have now currently a lot of reactors, both who support and, applaud her even when there is no reason to applaud, and those who correct her, or rather critique what she's doing. All right? So that is the difference of reactors. The thing of saying positive and negative, I don't understand that. You get positive vibes when you give positive vibes. You get negative vibes when you give negative vibes. If I do something very excellent, of course people out there will be applauding me. But then if whatever I'm doing is false, or there are questions in it, people will come raising questions. And of course, critics are very out there. There are critics who don't have further minds to think about what they have to talk about. Francis Muse, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I appreciate your presence, and I really welcome you to drop your comments. And I really appreciate everybody who's turning up this moment. Of course, we are going to take almost 50 minutes here. We've already consumed 5 minutes, left with 55 before I can do my lesson and go away. Okay? And again, my lesson will be live. Possibly. I hope my phone will have power. So stay tuned. Yeah. So DEE MWANGO comes up and tells us a lot of stories about how she met Piotr, and she's not letting Piotr speak a lot, and she says Piotr is like that. I'm like, no. Either this man does not want to actually agree with you, or rather share the lie that you are sharing with us, or Wanjugu Collins, welcome, thank you. How are you? I hope you're doing well this year. 2026 is just beginning, 22 days down the line. And we are still in the line of duty. Of course, the second month is almost starting. You are sweet also, Wanjugu, for coming to my channel and dropping a comment. So guys, let's go after it. And I want to show the receipt so that some people will be coming about and saying, show us. And I want to do this. And for those who will come about and say that don't use DEE MWANGO's content, please, I don't think I'm going to stop soon, because this is like a book I'm reading and I'm doing a critical analysis, something I know I'm very good at. And in my opinion, of course, when you're doing a critical analysis, you go as based on your perspective. So unfortunately, I'm unable to know what other people might have as their perspective, and you are free to have different perspectives. Why not? So let's go for it. Now, when they started, this is how it started.
And when people say, oh, Dee, they're racist and all that, not everybody is racist. So I was finding, guys, to be honest, let me tell them this. He might not go into details. When we met, he intentionally told me he's specifically looking for an African girl, to be specific.
Yes.
So that was one thing he was so particular of. And when people say, oh, Dee, they're racist and all that, not everybody is racist. For him, it was his dream to have an African girl. Babe, tell them about it.
Yes. Confirmed.
Look at that. That is a signal of a kind of dry lie, right? In my perspective, that is. If your thought is different, well, congratulations for your thought. But in my thought, I believe this is a white lie. That you say, yeah, babe, tell them. And he says, yeah, I thought about it. Hey, of course, you can tell us whatever you want to tell us. It's you. And you have decided to tell us that that is what you had planned for. So what? Just like maybe your sister Dominico is also planning for a Kenyan boy. Well, success for her. But let me tell you one thing. There is something about this plastic laughter that DEE MWANGO gives sometimes on her channel. And most people who have been watching her for some time understand. Sometimes when she's turning sarcastic, or when she wants actually to just build a lie, she does so. In my perspective, that is. In my perspective, okay? So she says this man is not a racist. When this man the other day commented about Kenyan women are easy to get, what was that? And by the way, yesterday I saw Auntie Yami. Auntie Yami dropped a video saying that Kenyan people are racist. And maybe I may agree to some percentage, but to some other level, I just believe that Kenyan people are admirers of white skin. You've even realized that a lot of Kenyans are going through that surgery and swallowing pills and using mikorogo just to change their skin tone. You know, even mothers who for years have been known to be dark, they are now twisting the narrative to change themselves to white. So there is some low esteem of themselves, and they believe that they can be so beautiful, or they can actually meet better men, or they can become better if they become white. So what does that tell you? Are they racist, or are they admirers of white skin? That is the difference. Please go to Auntie Yami's video, watch it, and drop your comments. That is what exactly we are supposed to do on this world. If someone gives a different opinion, in her videos, we go about and we give our own perspective. What do you think? Are Kenyan people racist? Okay, meanwhile, let's proceed. So, DEE MWANGO has told us that the man, Piotr, he planned for a package of an African girlfriend. All right? And when they met, he said his dream was to have an African man. By the way, let me tell you, most people, when they meet you and they realize you have potential, they'll twist a narrative and say that is exactly the person they were looking for. They will even tell you that they were told in church that this is the kind of woman they'll stay with and they'll make a fortune with. They even talk to you about what their grandmother told them, what their dreams have been. So I don't believe in speculations about this is what I packaged for. If Piotr did not come in Kenya, would he say he wanted an African man? If he was just in Poland, for example. And if DEE MWANGO was not a person with resources, a rich lady from YouTube, would he have gone for her and said, my dream was an African lady? So DEE MWANGO, stop being gullible, or is it vulnerable, or whatever, or naive. I don't know what to say, but it is my perspective I'm giving. Don't think I'm there to abuse her. No, I'm just trying to say, never should you actually believe in what a man or maybe a woman tells you, that this was just a woman of my dream, or this was just, you are just the man of my dream. That is a statement that comes because these people have seen a potential in you and they know they don't want to lose you at that moment. Maybe another moment they'll say something else. Now let me ask you, for those who have been watching ROCIO Cabrera actually came up on her channel the other time when she was in the villa, and she told us that MARWA was her dream, that God had purposed to have her marry MARWA, and that God had made this man in her life, a man that would actually come and ensure that her dreams were real, that she would actually be moved, or rather elevated, from a simple street singer, or rather street walker, I don't know which one to use, to a singer in a studio. And she came up with a very nice plan about how she's going to build the studio, how she's going to have professionals, the tools and all that. Now let me ask you, when did this narrative turn? Then she decided to pack everything and leave for Argentina with her relatives and sisters and mother, father. It's like they were coming to collect her, collect your parcel back to Argentina. And finally, after landing in Argentina, we've seen the narrative twisting. She's now saying that she thought the other side of the world is greener, but it's greener in Argentina. So guys, I don't believe in what DEE MWANGO is actually telling us here as she laughs on the channel. But anyway, let's flow with the vibe.
Guys, he doesn't love talking too much as I do. But trust me, that's the truth. And what any other...
You realize that statement, he doesn't like to talk too much. But that is the truth. So she already knows that people will be saying it's a lie. Why is it that when the Piotr was asked, he did not respond? He did not even talk about it. He just said yes. You know, when somebody is just saying yes, no, avoiding open questions, avoiding statements, there is something wrong. Absolutely something wrong. But anyway, let's flow with the vibe so that within 30 minutes I'll be through with the other two aspects of MARWA and then on ROCIO.
Everybody has their preference, so beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Okay, so you are the beholder, of course. Look at that. Embarrassing.
Guys, I'm tired holding the camera on my hand. I want to put it on a tripod. Just real quick. Okay. So for me, I felt he was truly serious, and he meant it from the word go. Number one, our communication has been very good, very, very good from day one until now. I love the fact that I got to know he understands what I do for a living, because the kind of profession that I do, people say a lot. You know, people think...
Let me ask you, DEE MWANGO. Currently in this life, what people care about is if somebody is financially stable or economically stable. Who gives the fuck about your kind of work? Of course, content creation has become a niche And everyone, even us who are already having other jobs, we are doing it because it's part of something you can actually do and do for a living. So who would actually reject you? And this guy, you said he's a CEO working in a company, IT company, and you said that he cannot be in Africa because his VPN cannot operate in Africa. He works for a big company. And since you actually landed in Poland, we've not seen a single moment. Because again, if Piotr was actually a CEO of a company, by the time we landed in Poland, he should have made a day whereby you are making content from where he does the work and showing us something. Or even he himself, since he started his channel, why didn't he show us something to do with that? Because actually, content creators, somehow, you get to find yourself showing something about yourself. Personally, on my channel, you can see something about the work I do. You can see something about my projects, even if I don't go into details. I have talked about my family partly. Whether it's my parents, whether it's my in-laws, whether it's my children, whether it's my husband, even if I've not shown his face, but I've talked about it. If my former university, my current focus in profession, my challenges, I've shared them partly, if not fully. So you can pick pieces and put together. How is it that Piotr has never shown us, example, a whole day, a busy day in his office, CEO? Anyway, so she says he understood his kind of career and people. Of course, content creation is one thing that will attract a lot of energies. People will come and say everything about it. Those will discourage, those will abuse, those will do whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, who would deny such a career? And after researching on you and understanding that you, DEE MWANGO, makes a lot of money. And of course, you came out to do a video to show us the millions you earn from here. Who would deny that? Now, a lot of people have done reactions in relation to your career and his career and the fact that he fell in it because after all, there is Mula here. I don't know. You know better, but we are just doing some analysis, right? Anyway, let's quickly go through it. And there is something else I want to move to. I now want to move to Marwa.
People will judge you, they'll say things, but I truly needed a man who could handle that. You know, not just who would go with what people say. Beautiful picture, a beautiful
Okay.
put together. Hey, a distance of walking 5 minutes to the car because he had a taxi that was waiting for us. For me, to be specific, we took almost 30 minutes. We hugged, we kissed, we looked at each other, we were happy. Oh my God, it felt like we knew each other for 5 years or more and we had just reunited. It was such a good moment. So, let me tell you guys, I'm just being so honest and so specific. So when we met, you know, as I've said, all along I've been traveling around the world by myself, strong, independent woman. So when we got to Nairobi, I decided to go to a cafe to get a few stuff for myself because I'm not the kind of type of person who travels with a toothbrush, who travels with soap, who travels with such essentials. I'm always like, when I get there, I'll definitely get anything I want. So I never want to stress myself packing and all that. I'm actually like,
will you keep quiet? All the time we've seen DEE MWANGO actually traveling, and it's not even economical to say that every time you travel you buy everything, you not like basics. These basics, you can actually carry them. And anyway, I don't want to say that I've really been so keen to observe what she carries, but anyway, it's a story to cover up, but just skip through and we see what else she's talking about.
This is meant to be. Yes, and also before coming here, he got me a flight ticket. I felt good.
Look at that laughter, guys. He bought me a flight ticket. You remember that flight ticket while she was in heading to Tanzania among these people that stay in the bush? And she celebrated it. Then we kept wondering. And then it expired, I think, something like that. And then later on she traveled. And people made a lot of fuss about it. They say she had acquired herself and all that. What is unique about someone paying for your ticket to their place? Because after all, I think Marwa did the same for ROCIO. When ROCIO was traveling from Mexico to come to the villa for a dance or a party kind of, Marwa paid one ticket way. Although people say it was a trick to make her stay, but tricks are never going to work in life. I think, to be genuine, if you want something to work, just work on it. Tricks will not work. If you use a trick, maybe a flight ticket, then later on we are seeing you on the screen as wife and husband. We don't know what may come out. Let's listen for the last part, then we go to Marwa.
Disrespecting somebody, like, I never disrespect a stranger, so disrespecting your family or your girl, you know? No. So yeah, that's it.
Non-verbal communication tells us that if somebody is speaking and they don't want to look at you, there is a problem. Now, Piotr keeps looking away from camera. What's up? Anyway, that one will be for another day. I don't have a lot of time to actually discuss this, but guys, let's get to our travel commander and listen to what he's saying. He has actually told people that if you keep saying my videos are boring, you go away and wait the day they'll be very sweet, then you can come back. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Do you go about telling people like that? Let them just watch, for heaven's sake. If they say like that, you tell them, find something sweet in my video. But how do you tell people, go away and come back? Hey, I'm telling you. Kelly Sharp, hello, welcome. I'm having about 20 minutes or something like that to go. 25 minutes to go. But thank you so much for showing up on my channel. I appreciate again once more. So the travel commander actually came up on his channel to actually rant. And there is a minute somewhere, I'll be going back to it, minute 10, around 10:20. Before that, let's look at this. He's coming up at this point. He's making so much noise saying that he loves Europe. And I'm like, why all of a sudden you are saying you love Europe and you are doing things the European way? But ROCIO has clearly said that she has stayed in the villa for so long she thought the place was greener, but she has just finally realized the place in Argentina might be even more greener or greener than how it is in the other side, Kenya, and specifically the villa, of course. She was staying all along with Marwa in the villa. My goodness. So, Marwa came up with this.
Help yourself and your family. Otherwise, if you use that platform in the wrong way, then you have yourself to blame. Yeah, like the other day I was counting how many houses or homes we've built through YouTube. Especially houses. They will be easy 20. Some of them are very beautiful, like this one here is a very nice house.
Okay.
Bungalow, very well set. And that also solidifies that our neighborhood is growing and that there's no day they will wake up and just sell and disappear. You know? But if we didn't support our neighborhood, they would have sold and just left.
Okay.
Another one is here, you can see.
So in this video, Marwa was trying to prove that YouTube is not just him, which is true. You know, there are people when you talk, they just say, you are talking about this man and do you know he's the one making you eat? I'm like, you people, do you know how we eat? My goodness. Have you even done a super slap or super chat before you can come here and tell somebody that it's Marwa that makes you eat? If you look entirely at my content, will you justify that every time I do a video, it's about Marwa? Somehow we mention him in some of our videos, but it's not like when you are doing reaction, we always ask Marwa. Particularly as a person, I find it so hard to just focus on one person. There is a time I used to do a lot on Ogaubina, Demo, Facebook, and all that. Now, currently, I just throw one video on them. And I know there'll reach a time when I'll only be doing one video on Marwa, even in maybe 3 months, because I'll have also learned other people. You know, before I begin reacting on a person, I have to keep watching them all the time and see the dramas in their life. And when I see the dramas and there is something to talk about, I talk about them, all right? So if you look at my videos, every day I talk about maybe Murimi, I talk about Gintu, I talk about this, because I look at facts, ideas in life, not the people. Even if the people are popping up in the titles because they have to somehow appear in them, it's not because I really feel like I have to use Marwa all the time to make content, but I have to look at his ideas. Now, Marwa actually comes to correct. Earlier on, he used to say that if not for him, YouTube would not reach Africa. I'm like, no. The time you started, other people also started. In other places in Kenya, maybe in Nyabohanse, you are the one who started. But in other places, other people started. And some of us actually opened those YouTubes, but we never did anything on them because maybe we were busy with something else. We had not actually focused on it. But that doesn't mean that YouTube has been built in Kenya because of Marwa. That's a very wrong idea. Some reactors, or not reactors, some subscribers or supporters believe so, which is a lie. But in Nyabohanse particularly, maybe you can say he's the one who did it. And through clashing and also uniting with people, he has made it to help some people to grow, which is okay. Congratulations for that. You did well. But then, why do you now want to suppress some of them? Because currently, of course, Marwa has built this platform to grow. But now he wants to instruct people on what they'll do with the platform, which is not right. And again, when he stays with somebody, then hinders them from building YouTube, then they go build it. He says they are greedy. Some people come for shout-outs, and maybe they later on they change and do some other content. He says they were not working hard enough. And I don't believe that the success in something is only about working hard. Life is about so many things. Diversity is the way to go. You may be doing some 3 or 4 things. Look at them, weigh out which one is working, but diversity must continue. You must keep doing them every day as you weigh which one is doing well. So if someone comes around and tells you it's only hard work that pays on YouTube, it's a lie, because sometimes it's just about you are lucky to be the first to start it. You are lucky to get a team that stuck with you. They were loyal to you. You are lucky that you are able to travel. You know, you were lucky you started it when you are in another country and you are able to move about. There are those who are lucky because they are in America or they are doing cooking, they have that opportunity. So people should understand that, for heaven's sake, so that we don't feel like we are manipulating or blaming others. Some people are struggling in this channel even as they work hard, not because they don't work hard, not because they don't post every day, not because they don't want to show up, not because they use it to actually talk critics. Criticism is just very important. I've done literature personally, and critics is one of the things that enables us to build and even change, transform things in our lives. Anyway, so he kept showing us the successes in Nyabohanse.
Close to today, 900.
The mistake he shared.
And that is just hay. So we are buying hay. Then from there, what will happen is, as we are preparing the land, we want the tractors to come back and redo the plowing. And tomorrow we'll have an expert, a man who plants hay here in the village.
All right. I once talked about this. I think when I did a video, just when Marwa had planted hay and it was scattered all over the place, as I said, it would rather be necessary that he hires an expert to help him plant hay suitably or properly. And some people are critical about it. I was like, thank God, at least you are seeing what I'm doing. Now, you realize that Marwa listens. Maybe from what we say, some people go post on his channel or whatever, and he has realized there is need for an expert to come and actually do the hay planting. Something I said in one of the videos. Who knows? What I know, if you are starting something new, you need experts. People who actually understand how to do things. And that is the same thing I was saying, even when it comes to pigeons, when it comes to the peacocks, when it comes to the horses, and any other thing Marwa is doing. If he's serious about his life, if he's serious about making money, even the safaris company, he needs to have experts. You cannot be an expert of everything in life. No. You cannot be. You can actually learn slowly by slowly, but I was surprised. One day he was saying he's going to do plumbing lessons so that he can do his own plumbing. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? You want to manage your own plumbing, you want to manage your own farm in gardens, you want to manage your own pigeons, your own horses. How practical is that? You want to manage the safaris? My goodness, it doesn't happen like that. You need experts, and especially when if you're making money, there is no harm of hiring people and just pay them fairly, treat them fairly, let them help you to make money. Because actually they say, use money to make money, the reality. But when you talk like this, people are like, what have you done for yourself? Marwa has done a lot, he has a good heart. Who said he has a bad heart? And be aware that everyone who has a good heart, at some point he can have a bad heart, depending on who he meets. You give what you get. You can't be getting that, then you give wine. You can't be receiving you can't be receiving water, then you produce wine. It doesn't happen like that. You cannot be actually take in chaff and give out something that is better than chaff. What you get is what you give. All right? Yeah. So there is a point where I want us to go back to. It was around minute 10. Marwa was saying something there. Let me just get to it.
There's a guy who had put to come and paint these places. He's playing with me. I've told him that is the last warning I'm giving him, that if he doesn't come, I will not work with him. We're also working on this. See here, holes. We want to put these posts here. We want to have one of the most beautiful stables in the entire Africa, even in the world, actually. Right now, we are in the standards of Europe, you know. One thing I love about Europe and Europeans generally, when they do things, they seriously mean it. And sometimes
when I heard this, I was like, I wish you actually became serious about doing your things. And Marion, welcome. Thank you so much. I was like, Marwa needs to be serious about doing whatever he does. I really appreciate that he's saying that he has known European, they do things perfectly, they do to the best. Why hasn't he learned? Because he has traveled all over the world. Why the hell does he do things halfway? And I know his team and subscribers know that, but they'll not tell the truth. The reality is that Marwa doesn't want to do things fully. I don't know, is it because of donors? He doesn't want them to stop supporting? Is it because he wants us to keep commenting? Or what is his intention? I don't understand, actually, his motive. Because why can't he finish if it's the stables fully, or the house fully, or the water fully? Now, of course, ROCIO has challenged Marwa. After getting to Argentina, she's now working on her house. And people told Marwa, why wouldn't you have done a small house? Just a decent house, but not too big a villa, and then you invest in other things that will bring back money. And he was like, my friend, who told you that a big villa is a waste? But then you have that big villa, your wife has gone away because she doesn't feel that everything was done right. Of course, some people are saying ROCIO did not contribute towards it. When a man is not committed to you fully, like you don't have documents to show for marriage, most of these women from other countries will not actually do a lot. It's not like DEE MWANGO is actually doing a lot in Poland, even before a serious commitment. Yes, there was a wedding, but then, I don't know. Maybe time will tell. But even you, even myself, if I travel to another country, then just stayed with someone, let's stay and see how it will be. How serious will I be in committing to investing with that person or even producing my money? That can't happen, right? So I think sometimes people just get to be too, expect too much when it can't come, you know? Our expectations sometimes are too much elevated and they can't be. So let's watch on this receipt and see what he said here.
Most of us, we don't have. We like to do shortcuts. Just do it like that, it will be okay. And that's where they, financially or economically, they do their work seriously. So
I listened at that part and I was like, Marwa, you're not serious. You are saying that most people don't actually do their projects seriously. They just start and leave them on the way. But did you ask yourself whether you have finished your projects? The other day you are listing a lot of projects you've not finished. And then you are coming and telling us that some people don't want to finish their things. They just start and let them. They are not serious like the Europeans. Are you describing yourself, or do you even not know that you are talking about yourself in the same video? Please, for once, be serious and finish some of the projects fully. All right?
Being said, Marwa is here. And look now, you see, yesterday I was fighting with my boys here, fighting in court. I did not touch anyone. I'm just saying we just had no push and pull. And today they have done what is supposed to be done. Today they have done exactly what is supposed to be done. They have put the correct amount of cement and concrete. You see, like this here, you can see this is concrete all over. And this, look, very stable, it doesn't even shake. But the one of the other day, you push like this and you'll start seeing the whole even unfinished.
Look, the best
Oh my
way to
God,
protect
this
your audience
commercial
is
break.
building your own community.
Let
If
me
you go
just
on
save that for.
RB.chat, you will
The job. My uncle is very good at fixing barbed wires. You see, like here, he's put this one. He told me this one helps to, at the corners, it helps to maintain the stability of. Guys, here I want to show you what is going on, something fantastic. We have our calf. She's really growing, but...
All right, so away from that, let's get to Argentina and just show some stuff right here. I don't know what you think about this, but when you look at the latest video update, I think ROCIO did yesterday at night, showing us that she's going to do much for herself, that she thought that grass was green in Africa around the villa, but she realizes it was not. So let's just see this.
To another video. I'm here at home. Maisha, my baby's over there with my parents, so all the time she's there for a little bit. Oh. I try to rearrange this house as quick as possible before he comes back. So I'm not just cleaning this. This is for the table to put the plates on top. A little bit bigger with doors, so because now I don't want the clothes to be seen. We have more stuff, and I mean Maisha and I. So also I don't have a lot of space to put the things, so I need something bigger. So I will purchase one of these in one of these days. But I think I am going to wait because during the weekend I will have someone working on this wall. I already found a solution to totally like block and eliminate the humidity that's on this wall. Right now it's actually dry. It's not really wet, but and with doors, so nothing. But I will do it for his safety. So he sleeps on the wall side, and I sleep on the other side. Like I don't have space to put my bags and things like that, so I'm figuring out all of that. But that also, if I move the bed to one side, to one corner, I will have more space here, because even if I can fit right now a desk here, a small desk with a chair, there's limited space here.
The commercial break again, and I don't have a lot of time.
Actually, this color, the rest came in pink. Even the pillow cases came in pink. I didn't want that. I just wanted everything to be like this, because I already thought about the pillowcases being more exposed, you know. Coming week, I am changing this, okay? Because I'm not sure, we are not really sure if the issue is that it's not working very, very well, if it has some issue, like it's blocked, or the fact that it's very small, but I don't get enough hot water for my shower. I'm not able to finish a shower that the hot water ends and starts running cold water. So one of the things that I want in life the most, it makes me feel very successful to have an amazing shower. Amazing hot shower makes me feel great in life, like I have everything.
I liked that part. It's like ROCIO was actually recalling that she's been in the villa for the longest time possible in Africa, in Marwa's home, travel commando, after actually courting and even having a baby. But Marwa was unable actually to provide her with warm water. And people are saying she never spent anything. Damn it. You expected ROCIO to actually make the warm water when Marwa is literally making all decisions in the home. It doesn't happen like that. Actually, women want to be involved in your decisions, then they'll support you. But when you feel like you have the ego, you are doing everything, they'll let you do it. So I don't blame her so much for not having spent her money here. And the commitment also was almost zero, right?
One of the things I appreciate and I value the most is a good hot shower. So that's all I need to be peacefully settled in here. So I'm going to be changing these things. I already window shopped for a bigger one, which is very, very big. So we have to install it on the outside, which is actually safer as well because we use gas. This is gas connection. And on the outside is going to be safer. Now that I'm thinking, when we remove this, I will have this kind of looking quite ugly. I will have to see how I manage. Maybe I also add something in here, like to add some. I was showering with cold water anyway. It was super hot and the cold water was not something like will make you suffer or anything. But then I would miss a hot water for a long time. So it's been a couple of years. And there was I didn't have like hot shower in the villa neither for the 2 years that I was living there in Kenya neither. So it's been a couple of years that I've been hunting for a hot shower. I don't know if it's a curse or what, but I'm getting rid of it. Enough is enough.
Oh my God, you heard that? Enough is enough. And some people are like, why do you think ROCIO is gone forever? Guys, do you think at this rate, from how she's relaxed and speaking in her small palace, is she not comfortable? She is quite comfortable and happy to make her decisions. Actually, sometimes when you are stuck around someone who is not progressive or actually thinking in line with you, you just get rid of them. Everything about them becomes very, very nasty, and you would feel like you need your space and start from zero, but do something for yourself. You think she's saying she wants to get rid of that. She also said she's going to actually polish her house and do her projects and all that. Of course, we don't have much time to continue talking about this, but guys, wahala. So Roca Brera has finally decided to unleash it. Recently, people are saying she's denying to receive calls from Concrat's mom. I was like, what did you expect? Even when she was in the villa, she was not talking to Concrat's mom. She was not friendly to her. And Concrat's mom did not make attempts to be warm. She was actually just pretending for the sake of the son, but I don't think she was quite put to be very close to ROCIO. If we see the energy that she was offering, she was so much more in my son, and having that, showing that she has that right in the home than anything. But anyway, it is what it is. Somebody said, Kohera Senior said that she was paying back, that karma is here. I don't know.
So, yes, I have all of this project. Oh, another one in the last, I think it's going to be the last because it's the less important at this point. But this fridge is tremendously hot. I'm still thinking about the water. It's tremendously huge for this space. So I want to take this, which is brand new. It's just a couple of months brand new. We actually acquired it. It's quite empty, my fridge right now. It's very big. I also need to remove this. This looks terrible. It's very, very big for this space. I want something smaller. So I want to give this fridge to my parents so they can have this new fridge over there in the house that is bigger. And I want to get a smaller one for me. Better. Way better. And I want to get a smaller one for me for this space. I think it will help because it's huge. Look at this monster. It's huge.
Really?
It's really huge. It's really huge. So I put on sale. I'm selling. I'm mis-seller. I'm mis-seller these days. Everything is for sale in this place. I'm selling these chairs and table. I'm also selling this baby bed because Maisha doesn't fit anymore, and it's time to go. I'm selling my mom's fridge, so I can get a new one smaller and pass this one over there. So I'm selling and buying and selling and buying. I'm selling and buying, and I think it's going to be.
Alright guys, my time is up, so I'll just stop and go do my duty. Then I'll be back, and I think in another video we will have a continuation of this. We are not yet through. So when you see me back, don't worry. Thank you so much for those who are watching. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Continue watching. You can go back to minute 1. You can go back to other videos I did yesterday. And really, I appreciate your presence here. And Marion, Kelly Sharp, Wanjugu Collins, Francis Muse, and anybody else who will be coming. Bye-bye for now. Let me go to class. Of course, I'll be live because I like doing my analysis live so that I can refer. Some people normally wonder, why are my classes live? It's because I want to make documentary of what I do. Bye-bye. Adios.